Hello, welcome to StudyG. Today we'll be discussing the topic microbes as biocontrol agents. Let's begin. So what is a biocontrol? So biocontrol refers to the use of biological methods for controlling plant diseases and pests. So usually while growing crops, the crops are more susceptible to the damage from the pest. So what we do is we use that biological, that is a safe method for controlling these diseases and the pests. So why the use of chemicals such as insecticides and pesticides is bad? So one, they're toxic. Another, they harmful to humans and animals as well. Example, DDT. They pollute the soil. Usually the weedicides pollute the soil. And also it kills both helpful and harmful life forms indiscriminately. So they don't have a target organism, but they just simply kill all those life forms which comes in contact with the particular chemical. Now here we have the approach of the biological farming. So what are the approaches of biological farming? Let's see them. One, becoming familiar with various life forms that inhabit the field. Two, becoming familiar with predators and pests and their life cycle. This point is important because if we know their life cycle, then we can find a solution such that we cannot let the life cycle to continue. Next, becoming familiar with the feeding pattern of habitats of pests. Go to the example of biocontrol agents. So here we learn about 5 different types of biocontrol agents. Coming to the number 1, ladybirds. So these ladybirds are used to eradicate aphids. So these are a type of insects which destroy crops. So ladybird is used to get rid of aphids. Next, we use dragonflies to get rid of mosquitoes. Next, we have about Bacillus thuringiensis. It's a type of a bacteria. We use Bacillus thuringiensis or the BT to keep away some certain butterflies and caterpillars. Next, fungus trichoderma is again we use this to eradicate various pathogens. And baculoviruses we use to get rid of insects and certain arthropods. Now let's learn about the BT crops in detail. So actually BT is a type of a bacteria. So these bacteria are available as spores which is mixed with water and then it's sprayed on these plants. And the predator which we target is the insect larvae such as caterpillars. So what happens when this caterpillar feeds on the particular BT spores, the spores go to the gut of this caterpillar where a certain type of toxin is released and it will cause lysis in the gut, that is a cell death, leading to the ultimate death of the caterpillar. We'll learn about this particular BT crop in detail in the chapter biotechnology. Toxin is released leading to the death of the larvae. Another interesting point is does not affect other insects. So it only affects larvae such as caterpillar. So transgenic plants are developed through genetic engineering having BT toxin gene. So what happens in these plants is these plants become resistant. So these plants become resistant to insect pest. So a gene is inserted. So this gene, what it does, it releases the same toxin which is responsible for the death of the larvae. Example of this transgenic plant is BT cotton. Next we have about the fungus trichoderma. This fungus trichoderma is a free living fungi and it's mostly found in the root ecosystems, and these are effective against several plant pathogens. Now coming to baculoviruses. Baculoviruses are the pathogens that attack insects and other arthropods. So coming to the example, usually the baculovirus from the genus Nucleopolyhedrovirus. These are used to get rid of the pests. So the advantages of using baculovirus are they are species specific and they have a very narrow spectrum insecticidal application. That means they only target a very narrow amount of organisms. So another point is they have no negative impact on plants, birds, mammals, fishes, and even non-target insects. So the narrow group of the insects, only these are affected by these baculoviruses. So this point, that is no negative impact. So this is an important point in the integrated pest management program, because in this integrated pest management we usually focuses that all other organisms which affect the plants are not is used when treating an ecologically sensitive area. So IPM is an ecosystem based strategy that focuses on long-term prevention of pests or damage caused to crops by combination techniques, such as in this integrated pest management we use biological control, habitat manipulation, we use resistant varieties of the crops, modification of cultural practices to give better protection to the plants from the pests.